had been a christening the afternoon as Peter Neville Square, a church much favored by the fashionable for these ceremonies. The Verger Albert Foreman was earning his second best guard for the occasion. During his 16 years of service, he had a succession of these crowns, but never been to be able to throw them away, as they lay wrapped in brown paper at the bottom of the drawer in his bedroom.
Foreman, will you come into 4 minutes?
Very good, sir. A very nice christening, although, sir. Funny, a baby stopped crying the moment you took him.
I have noticed they very often do, and after all, I have had a good deal of practice with them. Foreman, we have got something rather unpleasant to say to you. You have been here for a great many years, and I think His Lordship and the General will agree with me that you have fulfilled your duty.
The last vicar knew that, sir. He said it made no difference. He always said there were a great deal too much education in the world for its taste.
Is it the most amazing thing I ever heard? Do you mean to say that you have been a verger of this church for 60 years and you never learned to read or write?
I went into service when I was house, sir. The cook in the first place tried to teach me one, but I didn't seem to have the knack for it. My wife quite a scholar, and if I want to write a letter, she writes for me. It's not as if I were a bad man.
Well, I have talked the matter with these gentlemen, and they quite agree with me that the situation is possible. I have no complaints against you. You do not quite satisfied. You can have the right to take the risk of some happenings that might happen only to you. Amen. No. It's the lesson you learn from man.
No, sir. I'm afraid I'm good or not now. You see, I'm not as young as I was, and I don't think very much chance.
We don't want to ask you for it. We will be in agreement, and if at the end of the time they don't reach the line, I'm afraid you will have to go.
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm afraid not good. I'm too overdone to learn the music. I don't mind saying to have done my duty in that state of my life in which is exactly a merciful providence to play me. And if I could learn now, I don't know as I did want to.
It has came from it. I'm afraid you must go.
Yes, sir, I quite understand. I shall be happy in my resignation as soon as I have found somebody to take my place.
Albert had never thought to be in trouble with such a question before. The vergers of St. Peter, like a popsin room, were there for life. He saved the tide his son, but not enough to live on without doing something. It occurred to him now that the secrets could comfort him, and since he didn't carry them, he looked about him for a shop where he could buy the packet of gold flakes. He didn't at once see one and walked on a little. It was a long street with all sorts of shops in it, but there wasn't a single one where you could buy secrets.
You're very silent this afternoon, Albert.
I'm thinking.
He considered the matter from every point of view, and 24 hours later he taken it. He set up in business as a tobacconist and newsagent. This was a success too. That occurred to him that if he could run two, he could run half dozen. So he began working about London. Whenever he found Long Street had no tobacconist and a shop to let, he took it. When occurred 10 years, he had acquired no less than 10 shops, and he was making money and over fist. One morning he went to the bank, and the manager would like to see him.
Mr. Foreman, I want to talk to you about the money you got on deposit with us. Do you know exactly how much it is? Over 30,000 pounds. That is very large sum to have on deposit, and I thought you do better to invent it.
I wouldn't want to take no risk, sir. I know it's safe in the bank.
You needn't have a relief anxiety. We make you out a list of absolutely security that bring you in a better rate of interest than we can possibly afford to give you.
I never do anything but stop and share my leave. It all in your hands.
We do everything, or you have to do that time. You call me in the to sign the transfer.
I could do that alright.
I spot you can read.
Well, sir, that's just it. I can know it something like E. I can read alright, only my name, and only learn to do that I went to into business.
That's more introductory. And do you mean to say that you built a important business and a measure of fortune of £30,000 without being able to read or write? With God's name, what would you be now if you hadn't been able to?
I can tell you that, sir, I could be Verger of Peter Street, Neville Square.